Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is India, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about weight fluctuation, daily weight fluctuation, and how it's 100% normal. You're so beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. Let me start off by saying I follow a ton of people who are currently on a weight loss journey, whether they document it or not. There are a lot of people who are on this journey to lose weight and or to maintain their weight. So I do consume a lot of content to where people are jumping on the scale, doing weekly weigh-ins, doing weigh-ins every day, doing multiple weigh-ins. And so I see a trend going around, and I kind of want to address it a little bit. If anything, I want people to use weighing themselves as motivation. I want people to use weighing themselves as an opportunity to learn different trends, with the scale, with your weight, with how your weight naturally fluctuates, instead of using it as something that's so discouraging. A lot of people get triggered by the scale. They don't weigh themselves because they feel like they'll get triggered. If someone sees the scale go up a pound or two, it discourages them. So if anything, I want you to take from this video, use this as an opportunity to start normalizing weight fluctuation and really understanding how the body works, how the body retains water and everything of that nature. So guys, let's get into this video. And again, I'm so glad you're here. We're going to talk about it. And at the end of the video, I'm going to kind of use myself as a dummy. And so I did a little experience. And so I want you guys to stick around for that. As an average adult, your weight can fluctuate anywhere between 1 and 8 pounds on any given day. Honestly, it all boils down to what and when you eat, drink, exercise, and even sleep. Your weight is ultimately determined by how many calories you consume. One of the biggest things that causes your weight to fluctuate and on such a large scale is water retention. Obviously. So what I'll do is I'll kind of go through a list of some of the things that causes your body to retain more water. Sodium, carbohydrates. If you eat these things in large amounts, your body is more prone to hold on to water. Medication. A certain medication causes your body to retain water. Also, a lot of medications may cause an increase in your appetite, causing you to eat more. But a lot of these medications that are geared towards like diabetics or, anything insulin related, thyroid related, anything of that nature, it can cause you to see a bigger number on the scale because your body is going to be more prone to holding on to water. Exercise is one. Exercise can also contribute to weight fluctuation. So if you're someone, you work out a lot, you sweat a lot, after you have that long exercise or that long workout section and you've sweated out everything, all the fluids that's in you, you might see a decrease on the scale. And also working out. If you've worked out and then you decide to drink half a gallon of water at once, water actually has weight to it. I'm not talking about calories, I'm talking about actual weight, actual volume. So if you drink a lot of water at once and then you step on the scale after you've drank your water, you're going to be higher in weight. Ladies, your menstrual cycle can contribute to weight fluctuation. Being very hormonal can cause your body to retain water. Therefore, you might see an increase on the scale if you step on the scale anytime during your menstrual cycle. There are honestly a lot of things that can cause your body to retain water, that can cause your weight to fluctuate. Alcohol intake is one. Being ill, being sick, that can cause your weight to fluctuate. Stress can cause your weight to fluctuate. And there are also other things that can contribute to the number that you see on the scale. Urine and stool. There's actual weight to urine and to stool. So if you're someone, you have not emptied your bladder and you want to step on the scale, that can contribute to there being a higher number on the scale. And now I also mentioned a little bit about the volume of food, versus calories in the food. Let's use lettuce as an example, right? You can eat a head of lettuce for well under 100 calories. And so if you eat a head of lettuce and then decide to step on a scale, the food actually has weight to it. So the food that's in your colons, the food that is in your intestines that have not yet been broken down or digested, that can contribute to there being a bigger number on the scale. So if I eat this lettuce, 2 heads of lettuce, and I decide to go step on a scale, that's a lot of weight. That's going to affect the number on the scale. Now, are you gaining weight from eating the lettuce? No, because that's 50 calories, under 100 calories in lettuce. You're not gaining weight by doing that. But the weight of the food, the weight of drinks, beverages, the weight of your clothes, jewelry, accessories, all of that contributes to what you see on the scale. And so with all of that being said, us normalizing weight fluctuation, I want to give you a few tips on how to properly weigh yourself to give you a more accurate reading on the scale, and so you can better track your progress. So just remember, be consistent when weighing yourself. Always weigh yourself under the same circumstances. First things first, use the same scale when you're tracking your progress. Don't use your mama's scale and then use the scale that's in your bathroom and then go to work to use the scale at work. Make sure you are using the same scale to weigh yourself. And also make sure the scale is a good quality scale. If it's something you've had for 20 years, maybe invest in another scale. And what I'll do is I'll link the scale that I use. Y'all know I love weighing myself, tracking my weight. I'll link the scale that I use in my description box if you want to take a look at it. Use the same scale. Make sure your scale is on a flat, hard surface. Don't get one of these textured rock floors. That's not gonna be very accurate when you step on it. A flat, hard surface, no carpet or anything of that nature. Clothing. Now, if you want an accurate reading, either wear the same outfit. If you're this person that do side by side and step on the scale for your channel, make sure you are wearing the same outfits, because you're gonna know that the clothing has the same amount of weight, so you can still track your progress that way. Preferably, if you want an accurate reading, it's best to not have on any clothes at all. When I weigh myself, I do not wear clothing. I want to say the only thing I wear when I'm weighing myself is this fitness watch, but I'm consistent and I will always have my fitness watch on when I'm weighing myself. When you step on the scale, stay still. Don't move around. Don't jump around on the scale. Just make sure you're staying still until the scale can take its reading. So no moving around when you step on the scale. A lot of websites suggest that you weigh yourself first thing in the morning after you've emptied your bladder. So you're fasted, you have not had anything to eat or to drink. You get up off the, out of the bathroom or whatever, you weigh yourself then. First thing every morning. For me, I weigh myself when I break my fast. So I weigh myself at 3 p.m. So anytime I'm doing any kind of challenge, any kind of anything, and I'm doing any kind of weight changes, 3 p.m. is when I weigh myself, because that's around the time that I break my fast. And for me, that's when my weight is best, at 3 p.m. But if you're somebody, you eat throughout the day, you're not an intermittent faster like myself, weigh yourself first thing in the morning, no clothes on, after you emptied your bladder. Put your scale on a flat surface. Be sure you're weighing yourself using the same scale. And if you're consistent when you're doing that, if you're weighing yourself under the same circumstances throughout, you should have a more accurate reading on your progress. And there are other ways that you can track your progress. How you feel physically. How do you feel? If you're someone and you're just triggered by the scale and nothing I can say or do is going to help you, how do you feel? How are your clothes fitting? You can do measurements. If you're someone, you want to do measurements, you can measure your arms, your neck, your stomach. That's an option for you as well. And so there are other ways to track your progress if you don't trust the scale, or if you don't want to weigh yourself. I'm not forcing anyone to, but there's ways to track your progress over using the scale as well. I'm a fan of the scale because you get to learn different trends in your body. You get to learn different trends with just the scale in general, how your weight fluctuates. It puts you at ease some because you understand more. I know in the morning I'm probably going to be 2 pounds heavier than in the afternoon. So if I'm someone that I haven't weighed myself in a while and then I just happen to weigh myself one morning and I'm 2 pounds heavier, that's not going to panic. I'm not going to panic when I see that because I already know. I understand the trends in my body. And so using the scale that way, better understanding yourself, will help you down the line. And it actually motivates me. So I am a fan of the scale. I do weigh myself often, but that's just something I do. Now, with that being said, I did a little experience, guys, over the course of 48 hours. I weighed myself, and I weighed myself at different times during the day so you can see how my weight personally fluctuates. And I have a bonus. I have a bonus as well. I have a bonus. And so I am going to insert some screenshots of my scale that I use. I measured my weight over the course of 2 days, 48 hours. And so I'm going to insert this image right here. Just take a quick look at what my weight is looking like. Now, I will say I normally weigh myself around 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And so that is the weight that I track. That is the weight that I measure. And so this first weight you see, 128. I weighed myself on November 10th. This was on November 10th at 3 p.m. This is 128. This is what I consider my true weight. And so on that same day at 7:30 p.m., I had dinner around 4:30. So 3 hours later, I decided, let me weigh myself again. I had dinner. It's been a few hours. Let me weigh myself again. Same day at 7:30 p.m., I was at 131.6. Okay. The next morning, I weighed myself at 7 a.m. The next morning. So that was November 11th at 7 a.m. I'm at 129.8. So already you see my weight fluctuation. And I will say I didn't overly eat calories or under eat calories. I just did my normal routine, maintaining my weight, just the norm, right? And so at 7 a.m. on the 11th, I was 129.8. On that same day, the same exact day, but at 4:30 p.m., I stepped on the scale and was at 127.4. 127.4 pounds. So you already see I didn't eat anything different, drink anything different. I weighed myself under the same circumstances, excuse me. And it was more than a 2-pound difference. And so then the next morning, so on November 12th, I was at 130.6 at 7 a.m. And then on November 12th, same day at 3 p.m., I was back at the 128.6 mark. And so you see how my weight kind of just changed throughout the day and throughout the 2 days or whatnot. But I ended up back at around that 128 mark on that second day around 3 p.m. Okay, so that's when I weigh myself. And as you see, the weight is not really that different. So for this bonus, guys, today is November 24th. It is the day after Thanksgiving. Now, you see when I weigh myself, my weight has been very consistent throughout the weeks. Like I said, I always track my weight. So it's the day after Thanksgiving. I said, you know what? It would be fun for me to step on the scale and to show these people who follow my channel, who follow my progress, who follow my journey, what the scale is looking like. Now, I typically don't do this. Anytime I eat a big meal, family meal, holiday meal, feast, whatever, I stay away from the scale. I just stay away from the scale. So, stepped on the scale. It was at noon, mind you, the day after Thanksgiving. I was at 138 point. It was, I don't know. I'll insert it on the screen. So I was at 138 pounds. Now, did I gain 10 pounds overnight? No, I did not. Did I gain 1 pound overnight? No, I did not. With you gotta take into consideration, a pound is going to be equivalent to 3,500 calories. So if you're someone and you normally eat around 2,000 calories to maintain your weight, you would have to eat an additional 3,500 calories in order to gain 1 pound. So if you're someone you eat 2,000 calories, you would have to eat 5,500 calories in order to gain 1 pound. And so I did not eat over 5,000 calories. I did not overeat anything of that nature to where I would have even gained 1 pound. So I'm pretty sure in 3 days, my weight is going to be right back down to 128. The funny thing is, I got an error on my screen. So the app that I use to weigh myself and to track my weight, I got an error because it said, hey, these weight changes are real different. Are you sure this is you? And I'm like, yes, it's me, because I usually don't even track my weight after holidays or anything of that nature. So if you someone and you just ate Thanksgiving dinner, do not weigh yourself. Don't do it. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I'm like, let me go ahead and just put that in there. I would never, on the normal basis, I would never do that, but I wanted to put that in there. No, I didn't gain 10 pounds. All water, because I was eating all the sodium. I was eating all the carbs. Everything is everything, right? And so, guys, yeah, I had to plug that in there. But weight fluctuation, if you get anything from this video, just normalize it. It kills me to see people giving up on their journeys, beating themselves up because they've gained 2 pounds. And I'm like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, you did not gain 2 pounds of weight. And they're so hell bent. I've gained so much weight. I've gained so much weight. I gained 15 pounds overnight. Like, no, you didn't. You did not. So I'm going to leave it there at the video. This video is longer than I expected it to be, but I get so passionate when the topic comes up, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you stayed this long in the video, leave me an emoji of your favorite food. Leave me whatever you like to eat. Leave me that emoji. I just want to know that you're here. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Good luck on your journeys, and I will see you in the next one.